G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. Is it the bike or is it the rider? I have heard an equation of 20% bike, 80% rider. So I've taken on the same trail over the last 3 years, and at the very first time I tried this trail, it was the most difficult trail I had ever tried on my Suzuki RMX 450Z. In fact, it took me over an hour to do it the very first time. 2 years later, on the KTM 350, it's taken me about 6 minutes to do the exact same trail. But is it the bike or is it the rider with 2 years more experience? Alright, first things first. I'm still a terrible rider, but I am gaining more experience and more confidence with that experience as the years go on. As you can see, I'm actually climbing up the side of a mountain, which is extremely rocky.
It's gonna be hard to get up this bit.
And extremely steep terrain. And I actually made a mistake here and wasn't actually on the trail. I should be up there where Zach is, so I had to correct that mistake and try and get up this section of hill, which was more difficult than even the very first time on the RMX 450Z.
Go that way and up.
First time I tried to come through this section of rocks here in between the two rocks, it was the most scariest thing I had ever done on a dirt bike. But this time on the KTM, it just seemed to go straight through. This is the same section of rocks. The very first attempt on the RMX 450Z. I struggled on this section for a good 10 to 15 minutes, and all I seemed to do was just fall off. The whole time I owned this RMX 450, I was quite reserved and was fairly intimidated by the bike, and it always seemed like it was just too big a bike for me.
Come on!
1 year later, and I tried the exact same trail on the poor old AG 200. Well, this was more just of a muck around joke than anything, so I wouldn't take it too serious, but it's still 1 year more experience.
Yes!
Back on the KTM. My confidence is high and my fatigue is low because I haven't been struggling the way that I did on the poor old RMX 450Z.
I've gone the wrong way so far. It's only taken me about 5 minutes. The ag bike got to there and blew up, and that took me about an hour and a half to get the ag bike to there. So this has been 5 minutes and I went the wrong way. Man, these rocks are big and loose. Summit Rock. That took no time at all. Look at that view from here. Unreal.
So the same trail, the same hill, the same rocks. On the very first attempt on the poor old RMX 450Z, where it was just an absolute struggle, to the second year later on the poor old AG 200. That poor old girl, she ended up blowing up, but it was still fun. To the next year on, so that makes it what, yeah, it's only really 2 years, on the KTM 350, and the confidence was so much higher, so much better, and yeah, I really enjoyed this bike over the other 450. It just seems to suit me much better. But is it mostly the bike or the rider's experience? Let me know what you think.
Watch this video next, or go to the Broken Sprocket video library and choose another top video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. After all, it's for free and guaranteed to make your day 20% better. If you're already a subscriber and you're having a bad day, just think it could have been 20% worse. You can also follow Broken Sprocket on Instagram. So, I'll see you in the next video.